Very good morning to all. Divya, hope I am audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, thank you, Divya. A very good morning to all. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. A hearty welcome to all the distinguished participants to fifth day of the 5-day online international FDP on education soft skills, organized by Department of Basic Science and Humanities, SCMS School of Engineering and Technology. I request all the participants to kindly switch off your video and audio muted. Dear participants, a final feedback link has been posted in the chat box. I request all of you to please fill in the final feedback link, which requires your actual name and the name of the college. So, dear participants, please do fill in the final feedback form, which is posted in the chat box. Now, I invite Ms. Divya MS, Assistant Professor, Basic Science and Humanities Department, to give us an insight about the topic and introduce the speaker to the gathering. Over to you, Divya.
Thank you, Reshma, ma'am. I'm audible, right, ma'am?
Yes, Divya, you are audible.
Thank you, ma'am. Great leaders don't set out to be a leader. They set out to make a difference. It's never about the role, always about the goals. It doesn't make sense to hire smart people and tell them what to do. We hire smart people so they can tell us what to do. That is digital leadership. Change is a law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. It's my personal privilege to invite the eminent speaker for the day, Father Sebin Joy, soft skill trainer and research scholar at Christ University, Bangalore. Humbleness is the hallmark of his personality, and his elevated thoughts and knowledge is an inspiration for everyone into his credentials. Father has done his master's in business administration from Christ University. Passion towards knowledge and commitment to society is evidenced in his research endeavors. He always ensures upgradation of knowledge by pursuing various online courses from reputed universities. He is an active volunteer in various organizations. His spiritual and mindful life will ignite everyone who listens to his inspiring speech. On behalf of SEM School of Engineering and Technology, hardly invite Father to the fifth day of the FTP to share his enriching knowledge on digital leadership. We welcome you, Father.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction, and I hope that I am audible and visible.
Yes, Father.
Yeah, can I start?
Sure,
Yes,
Father.
Father.
Okay. So our topic today, we are dealing with digital leadership. We are leaders, that's why we are going to learn again. Leaders should be learning always. We cannot stop learning, that's why. Because if we stop our learning, our life will be stuck. So leaders should be learners always. So coming to the so I already I got a good introduction, but I would like to know all of you just a name and where are you from. If you type in your chat box, it will be good. You can just type your name and your belongingness or college or where are you from. Okay, comments are coming, I think. Can you see? Okay, thanks for introducing yourself, and we will be going a 1 hour journey this hour. So my route map is like this. So welcome to all of you, and we will be dealing with just an introductory part, means what is the background of our topic and so on, the scenario we are dealing with. Then we will go to the concept that what is digital leadership. We will be having some theoretical aspects of digital leadership. Then we will try to see some tools related to digital leaders, especially in our colleges and schools. Many are using different tools, and I would like to introduce a few more tools that may be helpful for you. And in fourth part, we will be dealing with the habit related to a digital leader. Means there are so many new habits we need as a digital leader. So we'll be dealing with that. Then what is the approach towards this digital world and so on. Then I welcome your contribution, because all of you are from different field. You have different expertise, and you can contribute more. That is the plan of this 1 hour journey. So there is no many rules for this hour. You can interact with each other. You can use mic, you can use chat box, especially you have to use emojis. And I would like request all of you express one emoji as of what you feel now. You can use some. Otherwise, as we know, our digital interactions are very passive if you don't interact each other. So whatever ways we have to use it, make use of it. And your questions, suggestions, comments, points. Maybe there may be question answer session, but you may be better persons to answer. So we can comment each other. So the principle of this one session or interaction between teachers, I feel that 1 + 1 should be more than 2. In maths, it is 2, but when we interact each other, it should be more than 2. Means there should be more contributions, more insights. It should come from our meeting or this discussion. So some questions before you. Why are you spending this 1 hour? You can reflect, you can answer also, but why are you spending this hour? What are your expectations? Do you have any purpose of attending this FDP? These are simple questions you can just go through. And what is the aim of our FDP? Is it a certificate or our own development? So what is the purpose behind this 1 hour? So my request is make use of 1 hour. Anyway, we are here for 1 hour. So let's make use of it 1 hour. We can interact each other. So the basic rule of leadership is whatever we do, is it out of law or out of compulsion or out of love or interest, our own interest to learn or to develop ourselves. So it will make a difference. So let us take this rule. Whatever we are doing, whether it is out of law or out of compulsion or it is out of law, it makes the difference. It makes the different results. Means whatever wherever we are listening the same thing, same content, but the result may be different to different people. It is based on our purpose or our intention of attending one thing, whether it is class or whether we are teaching also. When we deal with the students, our purpose matters or our intention matters. So it makes the difference. So let us think about that. These are some introductions. Now we will come to the topic, that is our leadership. Leadership always changing. From the ancient time onwards, we have seen there are different kinds of leadership. So when we deal with the digital leadership, before that we have to understand that there are so many challenges for future leaders. There are 2 parts in leadership we have to focus on, that is humanizing elements, and we have to other part is futurize. Means when we humanize, means we are dealing with always people or students or whatever it may be. One part is always with the people or human beings. So we have to lead them. The people may be diverse from diverse backgrounds, diverse teams. So we have to deal with them, and we have to reskill and upskill them in a modern world. That is one of the main thing we have to focus on. This FDP also based on reskilling and upskilling, and attract and retain talent. We have to learn new talents, human talents we have to learn. Then we have to focus on doing good. Whatever we do or whatever we deliver, there should be some value to convey. And then only the organization what we are dealing with will be a human one. So the other one part is humanizing the whole organization. The other part is we should have a long-term and short-term goals. Means we should have a goal for today and we should have a goal for tomorrow or next year. That is the short-term and long-term planning thinking. And we have to adopt the technology. Technologies are always changing. The change of the pace of change is very faster nowadays, and we have to keep up with the pace of change. And you have to move away from status quo. Means there may be so many issues related to the world, and now we know the war started between Ukraine and Russia. So all this affects a leader. So it should affect also. So these are the two elements or two parts we have to focus on. Then this is just a quotation you can read and go through. Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. So in order to become a leader, we should learn something. We should grow ourselves. And the other side is we should make others leaders. Real leaders do not make followers, but they make others also leaders. That is true leadership. So when we coming to the teachers, I hope that most of you are from teaching background or some maybe from other I don't know. Anyway, a teacher should be leader. Why? Because you are dealing with the human resources. Human resources means whatever who are before us, whether it is student or teachers or anything, we are dealing with so many human resources. So we have to make use of these resources, and we have to deal that resources very successfully, or we have to make use of them, and we have to give them inputs according to that. Then only so a teacher should be always a leader and plus manager also. So our drawbacks or our inabilities should not affect the productivity of the human resources we are dealing with. Nowadays, there is a trend that is leaders that lead the digital world lead the world. Means that is a trend today. If we are good at digital dealing with the digital world, we can lead the world also, because everything is in our fingertips. We can lead the world with the fingertips. That is the trend we are. So that is the need of digital leadership actually. Transition, change, transformation, adaptability, all these are very familiar words nowadays, because we are going through so many transformation and so on. So we have to cope up with these changes, and how we adapt these changes and transformation, that makes us different. And we know our world is, we have heard of this concept, VUCA concept. It actually is used in business world, but it is applicable in all the world also. With the pandemic, the world became uncertain, complex, ambiguous, and volatile. All these elements are applicable to the world also. In this uncertain world, the progress happens. That is the thing. So progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. That is a quoting from Bernard Shaw. So we cannot progress without change. That is the basic thought behind it. So I told you the rate of or the growth rate of change, that is very rapid nowadays. See the graph here. We are, suppose that we are here, and the growth rate of, or the level of the change, it was relatively very slow in our past. But when we are while we are living here, the accelerating pace of change is very faster, and it is growing very faster. So we cannot but change. That is how we adopt the change. That is very important nowadays. And as we know, the pandemic, this accelerated the speed, especially when we deal with the digitalization process, that is in education. This pandemic has helped a lot to accelerate the change of digitalization process in education. Actually, it happened in foreign countries earlier also, but in India now, especially in Kerala and so on, it happened recently only. Means online class and everything was very familiar for others, but for us, it nowadays we are very familiar and we used to it. But as we know, this pandemic has accelerated the speed of the thing. So this is the background. Why we should be digital leaders. That is the point I wanted to say. If you have any comments or anything, you can contribute in comment box or chat box. So otherwise, we will go to the next level, means we will deal with the concept digital leadership. So why we should change? Why we should adopt the digital leadership? Digital is well. That is the background scenario we were discussing. So if not, if you have any comment, you're welcome. Otherwise, we will go to the next concept. Hello, are you there? If you otherwise you can give some emojis or something. I think all of you can give some emojis. Or one thumbs up or anything. You can use chat box. Any doubts or anything. Otherwise, we will continue. Okay, hope that I am audible. Yeah, I am getting the responses. Thank you so much. Yeah, then we will continue. As there is no questions or anything, we will continue the session. So the concept digital leadership. We will see some simple definition. Digital leadership is the discipline of navigating an organization towards digital transformation in order to stay competitive and agile in a rapidly evolving digital and social media landscape. The thing is that already you are digital leaders, but why should again we learn digital leadership? Because we are dealing with the digital leaders. The students before us may be more equipped with the digital means digital web. They are more expert than us. So we have to learn. Otherwise, there is no we cannot survive with them. So we are dealing with we are already some kind of digital leaders, but we are dealing with the experts than us. That's why we have to learn this digital leadership. We have to update this digital leadership. So I think one video we can see now. Can you please, Miss?
Yes, Father.
The audio is not coming. No sound. You can unmute your mic then.
Father, now it's audible?
Yes, yes. So thank you for the audio or video. So if you have gone through this, you can just comment. There were 5-6 elements the video tells about the digital leader. If you remember any of this, at least one, you can just write in chat box. Even though you are, yeah, tech savvy, correct? And some more, I am just asking simply questions, even though you are doctors and teachers and everything. Whenever I take a class, I feel that the listeners are students before me. Even though you are expert and everything, that's why I just ask. You can just simply comment tech savvy, and some more elements were there. Just remind that. No, there's yeah, strong vision and purpose, correct, sir? Yeah, just whatever you remember, or you can add more points also. The which one we didn't add in the video, so we can add. So it was saying tech savvy, visionary, and adaptiveness, then communication. All these are the some of the elements that we, as a digital leader, we should have. So we will continue. So in short, we can tell that leadership that employs digital tools. A digital leader should know at least some digital tools. He should be able to deal with some digital tools, means digital platforms, evaluation, assessment, data collection, all these. There are so many apps and tools available now. When we are in a digital age, we should learn some of this at least. And another thing is that a leadership that is concerned with the leading digital natives. So another element, and the leadership during the process of digital transformation, that is called digital leadership. So these are some points only. So what we do is that we should be smart. There is a telling we should not be hard workers, but smart workers, so that we can have two ideas. Means we have to adopt to the digital transformation. At the same time, we have to manage the digital world. Means we may not be able to adopt to the world situation, all technologies and everything. Our age or our abilities may not allow to equip with everything, but we can. The second part is we can manage digital world. Means in our class, a student may be more expert than us. We have to make use of them. That is called managing, or we have to make use of other resources. Outsourcing is another technique of a leader. Means if we look into the business world, many are outsourcing. See the WhatsApp, we are using WhatsApp. They have no storage place, they have no factories or everything. Their factories are our phones only. They are making use of our money, our gadgets and everything, and they are storing their data in our phone. So they are outsourcing. That is called managing. So this is an example only. So we can adapt to the situation. Also, we can manage. So these are the two elements. And when we go for progressive development, you should be aware of these four elements. One is awareness, what is happening over the world, and intention and reflection and attention. These are the four things for a progressive development. Awareness means in what level we are. We are beginners or middle level or high level. Then only we can prefer to the items available on the society or on the market. Then we should have an intention of personal success, team success, and stakeholder success. All these things we have to see in our mind. The same attention also is about self, team, and stakeholder. And we have to reflect between how can we connect past and future. How can we live in the present, and how we will be able to connect and past and future. So these are some of the elements. And when a leader thinks, oh, he acts, there should be some integration, there should be some connections. The thoughts of the leader and the emotions of the leader and the actions of the leader, they should be interconnected. What he speaks should be in action, or if there is no connection between all these three, we cannot call him a leader. So we should be aware of this, and then only we can link the people and technology. The process, we are the process makers, we are the process framing people. So the process is important when we connect people and technology. It should be effective. We cannot use all the tools for everyone. We have to see what kind of people I'm dealing with, or what is the ability to comprehend. So all these things we have to take in consideration. Then only we have to formulate a process. Then these are all some theoretical aspects only. We have to deeply understand people. Then we have to think about the organization. Then only we have to integrate the technological trends. And we might have heard of this concept. This is a diffusion of innovation theory. It means you might have heard of this. When a technology or innovation comes to the market or society, there are 5 kinds of people. First is called innovators. For example, when a new Apple phone comes to the society or comes to the market, innovators go and buy today itself or tomorrow itself. But the early adopters will wait little more days, and they will take the feedback from the first users. Then they will go and buy it. Early majority means that group, they will wait for a few more days or few more months, and they will get the rating and everything. They will evaluate, is the money profit, how can I spend money this much, or they will calculate little more and they will go and buy it. And the late majority means they will take again few more time and they will get it, but little more late means that they will calculate little more and they will experiment. They will take the feedback of the users and everything, then go and get it. Laggards means the last group, and they will get it by after 2 or 3 years only. Means that by the time that thing may be outdated also, that they are called laggards, means last group. So these are the some theoretical elements only. We can just reflect where we are, and we cannot tell that this group is better or this. But nowadays, when a digital transformation happens very fast ways, we have to think where we are. And in education, as we know, it happened already. Digital transformation already happened. Now we are familiar with this term: digital content, digital platforms, digital devices, digital scholars, online classes, hybrid classes. All these happen, and we are familiar with, or we are trying to cope up with this. And most of the education institutions are running digitally also. Now, I think, again, even though the pandemic is over, hybrid mode may continue in higher education level, because there are so many possibilities are open now in this digital world. So these are the things I wanted to tell something about the theoretical level. So teaching in the internet age means we must teach tomorrow's skills today. That is, we were telling. So even if we want to upgrade the skills, we need some digital tools always. So we will move to the next part, that I will be dealing with some tools, or I will be introducing. I also haven't used many tools, but we can adopt according to our situation, according to our need. We may not be aware of all the tools. If you are using so many tools, just you can type what all the tools you are using now. Then I can introduce few more. Obviously, this is Zoom platform, and what all things you are using. Can you just type Zoom? We are aware of WebEx or Google Meet, yeah. Team, then what all Google Classroom, what all the tools you are using. Obviously, we are using now. Yeah, I will Google Meet LMS. I am not aware of LMS. Okay, when we share different tools, Kahoot. Okay, so you can share your own experiences and with the digital tools. So I will introduce few more that I have categorized into 5. Means what all tools can be used for organizational management, then project-based learning, class management, presentations, assessment. These are the 5 categories now we are going to see. So you might some of the tools you might be using it, you are familiar with, some may not be. So anyway, we will just go through it. If you want, you can just write it down, and later you can experiment it. You can download and experiment it. So first one is regarding organization. Some tools are using Ngrade, the Together Teacher, Big Campus also. Ngrade means where we can have attendance charts, grade books, calendars, seating charts, behavior tracking. All these are possible in this app, Ngrade. I am just going through the. If you want, you can just write it down and you can later experiment. That's it. The Together Teacher. It means once registered to the site, teachers have the access to lessons plan templates and to-do lists, subplans, and project ideas. These are another organization app. And my Big Campus, it is a little more advanced, I think. Teachers, students, parents, and administrators, they have collaborative each other, they can interact each other, interactive platform. So engagements with the students, develop lessons, track students' improvement, connecting with the parents or other members of learning communities possible in this app. And 2 more apps related to organizing. My School Binder, where we can add, edit, and organize assignments, and means we can give assignments and we can evaluate, we can give notifications of the assignments, etc. possible in this, and we can add to the calendar also. Automatically the notification will be getting in calendar and so on. And Learn Boost means we can record, organize, and sort individual student progress. So and we can share the progress with the parents also, making other Google apps also. So these are the some of the organizing tools. Next, we will see some project-based learning tools. One is Blockster Edu. It empowers students, educators to create interactive online posters that include text, photos, videos, graphics, sounds, etc. So this is another means when we do project or something, we can have collaborative experiments with other collaborators, means they can share videos, text like that. So it is another one. MindMaster, it is a mind mapping tool. There we can develop and organize project ideas, encourages collaborative brainstorming, etc. Another app is Sonic Pics, where we can students can combine pictures with recorded narration into and they can make a story like thing. So this is another project-based app. And My Histo, as name implies, there is a historical. Students can create interact timelines by combining blogging, media, Google Maps to tell personal stories. Students can create personalized maps that can tell about one's family, ancestors, special memories, and other aspects. Means a historically timeline can be built in this app. That's a thing. And classroom management, another category related to classroom, like Google Classroom. We are familiar with the Google Classroom. Like that, there are some more apps are there. Collaborate Classroom, where teacher can quickly launch a personalized learning site that are the students concerned outside of the classroom. leaving students more prepared for in-class activities. Means like it is somewhat like a Google Classrooms only, and yet more though means we this also same thing only, but in a different pattern. Continue class discussions outside the classroom also, check students' understanding, get students excited about coming to class to learn. Also, it is a classroom-based app. And next one is Socrates. Socrates, you know Socrates already. The one of the specialty of the Socrates is that there is one exit ticket. Exit ticket means after one class there will be, in this app there is more questions and quizzes based techniques are there. When we complete one class, there may be one question, and if we answer only, we can exit from that class. That is one tricky thing. And remain one-on-one. Teachers can send mass text messages to students, parents without invading their privacy, and their homework assignments, due dates, events, all things can be notified through mail or messages. Class Dojo, this is to improve classroom behavior, means there will be some reward will be given to some behaviors. So there will be some points, and based on that, students can improve their behavior, and we can also give some marks or something like that. Next category is, next one is project. Next category is based on presentation. How can we present? Zoom is a presentation platform, or Google Meet is a presentation platform, or WebEx is like that. Like that, we are dealing with some more BrickFlow. That their students can create presentations using content collected from social media, create a usual summary of a topic, building stories with the content from Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, etc. So it can connect with other platforms. Empress, there we can easily incorporate Flash and other media into their presentations. These are the presentation apps. And Present Me, you may be aware of all these things. And a project, there also we can create dynamic presentations, include tweets and interactive maps, quizzes, etc. We can and Prezi. I don't explain about Prezi because I'm using Prezi. You can see the benefits. Assessment apps, Hit surveys. These are the poll system or survey system. Quizzes are there, and Classmaker, online quizzes, exams that feature multiple question types such as multiple choice, short answer, and essay. These are the assessment apps. Testmos, I don't explain this. If you want, just you can write down the names and you can explain. Mentimeter, you might have heard of. And knowledge, there we can create and share tests. All these are assessment apps. So there are so many tools available in market. We can make use of this, and according to our need, according to the clients we are dealing with, we can change or we can adopt the tools what we are needed. And another thing is that this is one development already happened, but we are aware of it. Many are using it also in education. VR, AR means virtual reality and augmented reality. So this try to explain little more better way, means 3-dimension explanation like that, or 8-dimension explanation. It is possible with the digital equipments now. We might have experienced BYJU'S or 90+ tuition app. All these are using this virtual reality or augmented reality facilities nowadays for teaching and education. So I will just play one video now. Can you please?
Yes, Father.
Okay.
Can I share the screen?
Yeah.
Father, it's audible, right?
Yes, you can play.
Let's just say that augmented reality in education is becoming more and more present, and you better learn about it and realize that change AR may bring to your classroom or lessons. In this video, I'll show you some astonishing augmented reality apps for education. Make sure to check the description as I link to the blog post with lesson ideas using these exact apps. But first, what exactly is AR? Augmented reality, or AR, is a visual and sometimes interactive experience in a real-world environment where the objects in the real world are augmented by computer-generated perceptual information. These virtual enhancements in the real world can appear as something visual and auditory. Here are 8 augmented reality apps. I have 4 more for you via the link in the description. The first one is HP Reveal. The idea of HP Reveal is simple. You make any image, a photo, graphics, text document, scannable with a smartphone or tablet and associate an action to take when the image is scanned. An action can be display a movie, show an extra explanation, refer to a website, and so on. This way, you enrich simple paper posters, images, QR codes, and many more for people who use the Reveal app to look at them. The second app is CoSpaces Edu. This app is a content creation app for students. With CoSpaces, students can build their own 3D objects and animate them with code. Students can explore any creation with the VR and AR view modes. The next app, Wonderscope, is a storytelling app that uses augmented reality to transform ordinary places into real-time stories. Students also learn to read with the app. They ask questions to the characters in the story and listen to the characters' answers. Use Shapes 3D for math, or more specifically, to teach geometry. Create prisms, pyramids, solids of revolutions, and platonic solids. Start easy with simple figures and gradually explore the most complex ones. This AR tool wants to enhance the teacher's capabilities and provide possibilities to show things that cannot be shown with physical tools or within the classroom. The next one is Google Expeditions, which offers a mix between AR and VR and allows the teachers to guide students through 360-degree scenes and 3D objects, pointing out interesting sights and artifacts along the way. They have lots of augmented reality courses. Download the free app Expeditions and let your students explore history, science, arts, and the natural world. With the Metaverse app, students can play mobile games in augmented reality, go geocaching, have location-based experiences, make puzzles, choose their own adventure, and go on scavenger hunts. With the Metaverse Studio, you can create your own interactive stories and breakout games for your students. Did I mention Snapchat already? Believe it or not, but almost every Snapchat filter is based on AR technology. You can place filters over pictures and make them stand out. Students can also make their own augmented reality filters. Last but not least, AR Maker. AR Maker is a creative toolbox for augmented reality. With this app, students can sketch, scan, and snap the environment around them. Let them transform creations from 2D to 3D virtual objects. When you've created a 3D AR object, you can place your creations anywhere in your environment. Students can also record, save, and share scenes with their teacher. And that's it. I hope you now have enough augmented reality apps that can spark amazing new projects in your classroom. With a little bit of creativity, you can make amazing things and prepare students for the future. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video.
I hope you have. So there are so many tools and apps available on market that we can make use of in our education or teaching or wherever for taking class or anything. So that these were the things I wanted to tell about the tools. So if you can contribute anything, or if you are using any tools like this, you can share just in chat box. Otherwise, we will continue to the next one. Any comments? Otherwise, use some emojis.
Hello.
Hello, yeah.
So, can you classify these apps as free or means it's one can purchase it, or all these apps are free one?
There are among I was presented. There were some free. I will just go through it now once again. One second. Most of the apps, if we want to upgrade, if you want to get more options, we have to pay. Otherwise, we can use it for
Free.
Yeah. For example, among I told.
क्लासमध्ये 6 सेमेस्टर जशी एंट्री तिला सांगितलं मी येते
Ma'am, Dr. Rajashree ma'am, kindly mute yourself. Dr. Rajashree ma'am.
This MindMaster is a free app, and that is used for project-based learning. Most of them can be used, but for the thing is that if you want more options or more features, we have to pay. That is the thing. Because there is a competition among the apps also, so they make it free. But if you want to have more options for more features, we have to pay that thing. But I haven't classified like that.
Okay.
Now, what I'm using is a Prezi app. It is free actually, but if you want more features, we have to pay. That's the thing.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So we need the technology in every classroom and in every student and teacher's hand, because it is the pen and paper of our time, and it is the lens through which we experience much of our world. So it is now the technology has become a pen and paper like thing. So we cannot but we have to accept it. So we are going to the next level, means the next part of the class. Now we were dealing with some tools. Now we have to deal with another habit, what we have to form. We have heard about mental well-being, spiritual well-being, physical well-being, academic well-being, or now we have to deal with the digital well-being also. Otherwise, our life will be very disordered. Means if we have a self-discipline, it is a kind of self-caring. So I don't know whether you digital declutter. It is a new thing, not new thing, but now we have to follow this. Means in digital world also we should have an order in our life. Digital house should be neat. We have to arrange the resources and we have to avoid e-waste. That is the thing behind digital decluttering. So the researchers tell that the unwanted emails in our inboxes and spam folders are stored in data centers and servers that use electricity, among other resources. And the carbon footprint of our gadgets, the internet, and the system supporting them account for about 3.7% of global greenhouse emissions. Means we may think that our one message may not harm anybody, but it takes a space in world. So it also can create e-wastes, even our emails or whatever messages, anything. So it also make it some carbon footprints. So it causes some harm in an indirect way to the environment also. So some tips and tricks to keep our digital world neat and quiet, these are some tips we can follow. There are so many things we can make our own tips, but I would like to share a few things. First thing is that we have to clean up our desktop or our home screen. Means whenever we start one gadget, that is the first site we have, means our home screen. If it is neat, we have a confidence to move ahead. Means if it is very disordered, where we cannot find out the resources and anything, so we will be disturbed. We will be wasting time for searching things. So make an organized way our home screen. Hello. Okay. The second thing is that we can create a naming system for our files. Hello.
1 minute, Father. 1 minute. Just...
Okay.
Father, you can unmute yourself and now speak. Father, you can unmute yourself and now speak. Carry on, Father. Father, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Father. Okay, thank you, Father.
Is it visible?
Yes, Father.
Okay. So we were dealing with the digital decluttering. So another tip is that we can name the files. Means if we have heard unplaced book is lost book. Means if we are misplacing one book in library or somewhere, it is lost forever. Like that, if we are not naming a file, it is like a lost file. So we should find our own ways to name one file. It may be date based or name based or anything, or year based. If we put a year or date, it will be very easy to find it, or we can track again. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. So we can find out here. These are some models given, but you can find your own ways. We can name files and keep in a systematic way. Then the next thing is that we can audit files. That also means we can categorize it according to the subject or organization. We may be dealing with or we can have personal life, professional life, like that, or we are dealing with education or class-based things, or like that. We can audit and categorize it. Then we can even photos. We can audit. Means otherwise it is. We are taking so many photos. We are taking so many selfies wherever we go. Nowadays we have a habit of taking photos. It is well and good, but if we don't keep it in a proper way, it is lost. Means we can have good memories after a few years or many things. So, but we can audit in a proper way. Then we can manage our email subscriptions. So you know, if we check in our email towards the end of the month, we may be getting thousands of mails, but many of this may not be useful. Maybe we have subscribed years back, and now also we are getting emails that we are not supposed to open, means not be useful for us. So we can unsubscribe those emails, or some messages are coming, or some groups we are involved, like that. So you eliminate or unsubscribe those mails or messages or WhatsApp groups or anything. Then like that, we are cleaning our rooms once in a week or twice in a week, or some are doing daily. It is based on our own habits. Like that, we can arrange one time or schedule for digital decluttering also. We have to make our digital room or digital gadgets, everything should be neat and tidy. Otherwise, we will be disturbed. We will be wasting time to search for some file or photos, some materials. We will be very disturbed in digital world. So digital well-being also is a part of life. We have to form new habit. So we have to practice it. There are many more ways we can find it out. Our own ways we can find it out. We have to practice it. So we should have a neat and tidy digital world, digital house or digital room. So if you do like this, we will be getting more productivity or more confidence when we're dealing with the digital things. Or otherwise, we have to waste a lot of time. So try to have a digital decluttering habit. So next thing, so this is one habit that we have to nourish in a days. Means we have to deal with so many things. So that is the habit. Digital decluttering is a habit that we have to formulate in our life. Now we are going to the last part. It is almost 10:56. So I would like to see how to approach these changes. Means every day our world is changing. Every day our technology is changing and everything. The digital gadgets are changing, and everything. So how we have to approach these changes of digital technologies? I would like to say Kaizen approach means it is not a proper approach or ideal approach, I would say, but it is a approach that Japanese people has taken. We know after Second World War, Japan had to start everything from zero, and they have formulated a approach how to make changes or how to grow in a particular pattern. Kaizen means change for the better or continuous improvements. That is a Japanese term, but it is a it was very successful. This approach was very successful, and it has taken in business world also, and many have seen the very success in their professional and their personal life also. So the few things related with this are quality control, delivery time, how to manage delivery time, and standardized work, how to they made a standardization for every work, and they used the efficient equipment, elimination of waste. All these are very important. I don't go to the details, but these are the some of the elements they were giving more attention. So the process is like this. In business world, or they have how they have done it. It is. I will go to the next slide and come back to this. Actually, it has 5 elements or 5 founding elements. It should have teamwork and personal discipline, improved morale and quality circles, and suggestions for improvement. It is not done by one person. It is done by team. So they will ask suggestions from employees or the teammates. Then they will gather the list of the problems, and they will encourage solutions. Then they will get so many ideas from others, and they will choose the best idea. Then they will test the solution. Then regularly they will measure and analyze the results. And if it is successful, they will adopt the solution. Otherwise, they will repeat the system again, or they will repeat the cycle again. That is the Kaizen approach. And why I am telling here means in personal life and professional life also, we also can adopt this change. We cannot change in a day. If we try to change in one day, that change may not exist. That will be for one day only. And tomorrow we will not follow it. So if we would like to make changes in our life, we can have incremental improvement. Means massive goals by small changes. Even we might have heard of butterfly effect. Butterfly effect is a scientific theory. Small movement causes big impact. Now, even in some other parts of the world. So small changes can happen, big impact. For example, our corona, it is a very small virus, but what was the impact of change it caused? So like that, if you want to start a reading habit, we can't start reading a book together in a day. We have to start with 1 page this week. Means 1 page each day of first week. And second week, we can read 2 pages each day. And third week, like that, we can improve. And there is a process of improvement. We cannot change in a day. And for even classrooms, we can bring changes. We can take suggestions from the students. And one student may, if we want to improve our classroom or our class team where we are interested, we can ask the students what all changes you can bring. They may tell we can clean the classroom, or we can another may tell we can bring some pots or to decorate some classroom. We can have some flowers in classroom, or we can have a water kettle in our classroom. Like that, small actions, small suggestions we can implement slowly, gradually, and incrementally. That is called improvement. And when all these small changes happen, it will bring greater impact. So that is called incremental improvement that we can adopt in any kind of changes. Even this digital transformation also we can adopt. And I wanted to say one more thing. We have to be aware of few things. Means in digital world, we are telling the concepts, but they may not be aware of the reality. Means sometimes, but nowadays it is somehow they are managing. But sometimes in digital transformation, there can be a gap between concept and reality, virtuality and actuality. So we have to blend. The teacher's responsibility is that we have to blend this gap. Some otherwise, if you are not aware of, sometimes that gap may happen. So we have to blend this virtuality and actuality. And so digital tools should not replace our social skills. Means students have a lot of skills. It should not be replaced by technology. We should be very aware of that. It should be only help for us. It can help a lot ways, but it should not master us. But we should not. We should master the technology. We should not be slave, but we should be master of technology. They should not conquer. So this is one of the framework. We have to make tactical decisions with a strategic operation, and we have to deliver it according to the culture. I think you have understood the tactical decisions with the strategic operations, and we have to deliver it according to the culture or the people we are dealing with. That is the digital leadership. So digital tools comes under this strategic operation. I don't explain this much. It's already 11 o'clock. And I will conclude with this slide. It is called Indistractable. Indistractable, it is a name of the book. It is a new term, may not be in English, I don't know. It is a book written by Nir Eyal. It says that, this book says that the key to getting the best out of the technology without letting it get the best of us means technology should not exploit us, but we should exploit the technology. We should make use of the technology. So there should be a balance between technology and well-being. But we cannot avoid the technology. We have to take everything from the best part of the technology without avoiding that, taking as a part of our life, how to balance technology and well-being of our life. That is this book called the Indistractable. So I wish all of should follow this indistractable principle. So the real voyage of discovery consists of not seeing new sights, but in looking with the new eyes. Some quotings only. So where we will telling in a conclusion, we can tell we need to be digitally fluent, and we can develop new capabilities, and we should have a willingness to experiment new things, and we should have a willingness to promote collaborative environments, because there are so many possibilities nowadays. So success of the digital leader involves building a motivated high performance capability that tactically, strategically delivers value to the customers in a sustainable way. So that is the thing. As a digital leader, we can have a high performance, and we should increase our capability, and we should tactically and strategically deliver according to the value of the customers and in a sustainable way. So that's the thing I wanted to share with you. And these are the reference I have used, some books and some links I have used. And I would conclude with this review. Means I would like to what I have told you again. Once again, means we were dealing with the background in the first session, first part. We have seen how the change came and how the transformation, pandemic, and the need of the data leadership. This we were discussing in the first part. And second part, we have some theoretical aspects of data leadership, the definition, and we are data leaders, and we are dealing with the data leaders. So we have to adopt it, and we have to manage the resources we have. And we have dealt with some tools related to organization, project-based learning, mass management, presentations, and assessment. And after that, we have seen some habit we have to cultivate in our life, that is digital decluttering. So we have seen some tips and tricks. And last, I was telling about some approaches we should have. That is Japanese approach, Kaizen and incremental improvement. And I I have told that we should not be master, but we should be masters, not servants. Technology should not master us, but we should master the technology. So indistractable. That is the final thing I had told you. So these are the things I wanted to tell you. Now, welcome for your contributions, your questions, or your answers. So thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father, for the very informative, awesome, and insightful talk, Father. Actually, this talk was very beneficial to all. Actually, you had made us acquainted with all the new technological world. So definitely there were a lot platforms which we were really unknown to it. So definitely it is a great talk, sir. Actually, it is very informative, and you gave us an insight about the various different topics which were over here, and also differently it have only a takeaway sessions from this. Actually, the points that you introduced are really priceless. All are very informative, and definitely we in the teaching field or any area of the field definitely will make use of this such informative insights on the different digital world. And it was quite enriching listening from to you about this digitech world. Thank you, Father, for the very awesome and insightful talk, sir. Now now is the platform for the queries session. The platform is open to all the participants. Participants can either post their queries in the chat box or in the YouTube. Actually, dear participants, feedback links from day 1 to day 5 has been posted in the chat box. Also, a feedback link of the final certificate has been posted in the chat box. So dear participants, please do fill in the feedback links in the chat box. Now the questions can be asked if there are any questions posted in the chat box.
Father, actually, questions are coming like, what technology have been used for this presentation? Father had already told it's Tracy, but we are really unaware of it. We don't know.
Yeah, this is called a Prezi video. This is called a Prezi video. For example, the best part of this is, I will just share once again. The best, with the one click, I can have this kind of thing, and with the one click, this is kind of interaction, means we can make use of interaction. Otherwise, we have to click the slides and everything. With the one mouse click, I can have this full thing, and I can go back to the same. So it is better for interactive class sessions. So I was also experimenting.
Okay, Father. Thank you, Father. There is another question from Dr. Srilekha Menon. How do we know? How do we know whether the digital transformation is working? How do we know whether the digital transformation is working?
Actually, we are in digital transformation. We cannot tell that when it started or when it will end. Always the technology is developing, and the new technologies are coming one by one. So we are going through digital transformation, knowingly or unknowingly. So when we go through this transformation stage, how we deal with this, that makes us digital leaders.
Thank you, Father. Thank you. There is another question. Father has mentioned about VUCA, VUCA.
Yeah.
Can all the teachers acquire that quality, Father?
VUCA is a concept, means the world scenario, means it is volatile, uncertain, ambiguous, means there is no certainty for everything. For example, the pandemic was the best example. Actually, it was applied only in management world, but now we can apply everywhere in the world, because we were not sure of anything. We were not sure what will happen next day, and the pandemic was an uncontrollable thing. So that is applied everywhere now. So we should be prepared for that. In a VUCA world, how we deal with the things. That is a scenario I was explaining.
Thank you, Father. Thank you so much. Reshmam, can I call for felicitation? Reshma ma'am.
Yes, Divya, you can call.
Thank you, ma'am. Can I call Ushasri Bala, ma'am, research scholar, Sanskriti University, Karnataka, to give a feedback about the FDP? Ushasri, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Divya ma'am, and this is Sanskriti University from Uttar Pradesh and not Karnataka.
Yes, sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay,
sorry.
that's fine. And I'm basically from Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and currently I'm working in Republic of Maldives. And I have went through all your sessions. They were really wonderful. And if anybody have listened and if they have participated completely in the sessions, we can draw a complete link between your FDPs from day 1 to day 5. So like the first one is communication. Second, we were having a communication by Leah ma'am, then listening by Meera ma'am, mindfulness by Jaya Rajan sir, and mindfulness by Radhika ma'am, and digital leadership, which is today's class by Sebin sir, and mind management we were having by Jaya Rajan sir. And when we correlate all these topics, they are all linked up together, ma'am. So I really thank you for organizing such an FDP wherein we can correlate the everyday session to one another. I have been through some FDPs where there are individual sessions. So like day 1 will be separate, day 2 will be separate. But here I found a link, like just my conclusion and what I have drawn through this. Ma'am, just 1 second.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. I'm very sorry. I had a call. So here, if we link up all the things and when we incorporate them, I can say that if we don't listen to our conscious thoughts, there will be a communication gap between conscious action and unconscious thought, which may lead to chaos at times. I hope I have drawn the complete link from what I have listened to all these FDPs. So it says that communication. So when we don't have proper communication, there will be a gap between unconscious thoughts, because from the mind management, we learned about the conscious thoughts and unconscious thoughts. So every one of us will be having unconscious thoughts, but we just don't lend an ear to that. We just neglect that. And when we listen carefully to that, then our conscious thoughts will reflect on that, and we get a message from that, and we can act mindfully on that. So that is a thing. And even the last sentence, what Sebin sir said today, we have to master the digital digitalization, technology, but we should not be the servants. So that can be done only with mind management. If we have a proper mind management, we can definitely master the technology, but we will never be the servants on that. And thank you so much for this. And one small feedback is regarding the mindfulness. For all the sessions, we had beautiful videos and PowerPoint presentations by the speakers. Even for mindfulness, if there was some videos or presentation, it would have still be better, and we would have got the message in a more clear manner, rather than just sharing the experiences. Because what I personally feel is these are the common experiences which every one of us will be having. But some PowerPoint presentation or a video would be a little bit more exciting for the listeners, because as students, we all know when something goes just in a lecture manner, at times we don't pay our concentration. We just lack some concentration. We feel, okay, it's only a lecture that is going on. But when it is a visual or a presentation, we obviously will lend our ears in a very more concentrated manner. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my feedback. And regarding the mindfulness, I just got one small video. I'll be sharing it in the link. If anybody wants to and interested, you can please see this video. It's really nice. It's a short video actually. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And thank you for all the speakers for your complete effort.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Shastri ma'am. We'll definitely look into the point what ma'am had said. Thank you so much, because when I called ma'am, you immediately came and gave the response. Thank you so much. Even though we don't know you, we have seen through your active responses in the chat boxes during all these 5 days. We are highly grateful to you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's my pleasure, ma'am. I'm honored.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Can I call upon Mr. Thangadurai, Assistant Professor, Christ College of Science and Management, Karnataka, to give a small feedback about our FDP?
Hi, ma'am. Hi. Good morning.
Oh, sir, honored, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
1 second, mom.
Yes, sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Because if I switch on that video, I will get lost connection. That's what. Yeah, I just.
Okay, sir.
A very good morning to one and all present here, everybody. Myself, Thangadurai, and Madam already introduced. I'm Assistant Professor cum Placement Officer from Christ College of Science and Management. It's a nearby Malo, that means Kolar district from Bangalore. Madam, it's a wonderful sessions. Actually, I'm from the computer science background, and I'm attending that artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, the trending technologies only. I'm also continuously get up. It's overburden for us to. We need to upgrade now. NEP also arised. And so we need to updated ourselves. And so keep on, we are trying to learn new things about big data, cloud computing, so etc. in this 40+ age. At that time, but now this 5 days is a completely leisure for that. Every day morning 1.5 hours we are charging ourselves with the soft skills, with a new technology. So that's what I'm so happy about it. You arranged this wonderful sessions. It's very informative and valuable 5 days. It's worthable, ma'am. It's very worthable. The great course content, and it's very relevant also. So the way of delivering the style and the knowledge of all the resource persons was totally amazing. It's a wonderful session, and especially I like that out of 5 sessions, all the sessions are awesome only. But at the third day, I think so, the third day of that mindset workshop, even I get the happy tears. And so because we are keep on studying lots of books and doing research papers, and we have lots of cells to concentrate on that. So on that time, sir gave the lots of tips to as to how to purify our mindsets, everything. So that's what I'm happy about on the third day session especially. And today also we learn lots of things about the new technologies, sir, because normally we are using Google Classroom and Google Meet, and and in our college also we are using that learning management system on tool is there. But apart from that, this one AR technology and VR technology, sir showed some shapes 3D and snapshot and metaverse, etc. Some tools. Later I go through on YouTube, or that is a free version or what, everything like that. So it's overall fantastic, ma'am. Actually, I'm basically from Tamil Nadu. In Tamil, always we are telling like Talapati Vijay, like that, where level. So
Thank you, sir.
Level session, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, SCMS team, and Reshma ma'am and Divya ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. It's a great honor. It's a great honor for us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We don't know Shastri ma'am and Thangadurai sir. We haven't met. We've known these two personalities through the 5 day of FDP, and yet they were willing to share their opinion frankly. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, ma'am, because that motivated us to go ahead. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. It's my honor to call upon Ms. Deepa S, Assistant Professor, to kindly share the feedback. Deepa, ma'am.
Is that audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So myself, Deepa, from AAA Department, SCMS School of Engineering. I would like to thank you all for conducting such a 5-day online FDP on education soft skill, which was very interesting, and the discussions were truly inspiring. Totally enjoyed and learned a lot in a comfortable environment. The content was extremely informative and incredibly useful for all of us. Thank you, organizers, to have such a well-organized FDP, and a very special thanks to all the speakers. Looking forward for more such kind of new and innovative experience from you all. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for that kind words which motivated us. Can I call upon Ms. Reshma R, Assistant Professor, from Basic Science of Humanities, Science and Humanities Department, SEMS School of Engineering and Technology, to propose vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say. I say that one a lot. Thank you expresses extreme. Thank you, Father, for giving us such an informative talk on digital leadership. You gave us an insight on the various platforms of presentation and the project-based tools. When we are moving on to the techie world, which actually should get upgraded with the new creative tools and making use of the different platforms for making our students move into action and make them very heuristic and creative in this hybrid classroom model. I, on behalf of SEMS Management, Department of Basic Science and Humanities, SSET, express my heartfelt and sincere gratitude to you, Father, for giving us such an inspirational and motivational talk, which has created a great source of energy level in our mind. On behalf of Basic Science and Humanities Department, SEMS School of Engineering and Technology, we present a small token of gratitude to you, Father, for your dedication and the timely concern that you have given us for this inspirational talk to us. Thank you, Father, for the very informative session.
Thank you so much once again. Thanks, SEMS College. Thank you, Reshma ma'am, Divya miss, and also Fibini miss. So giving me this chance for this interacting with you people. So thanks a lot. Thank you, participants also. All the best. May God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. I proudly invite Dr. Minnie Toom, Dean and Professor of Basic Science and Humanities Department, SEMS School of Engineering and Technology, to propose official vote of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
audible.
Thank you very much, Father Sebin, for a very informative talk on digital leadership. You explained in very simple words how we can be good digital leaders. And the tips you shared for digital decluttering is very useful. Thank you, Father. Now, today we have completed our 5-day faculty development program on education soft skills. I understand that the coordinators have been very careful in selecting the topics for the FDP. The topic for each day was very interesting and informative. And we had a team of eminent speakers who could deliver the message for each topic very effectively to the participants. On behalf of the Department of Basic Science and Humanities, SEMS School of Engineering and Technology, I extend my gratitude to the speakers, Dr. Mary Leah, Senior Lecturer, New Zealand, Ms. Mary K.S., Assistant Professor, IHRD Kottayam, Dr. Jayarajan T.K., Assistant Professor and HOD, Payyanur College, Kannur, Ms. Radhika Ratnam L., author and radio broadcaster, Radio Mango, Father Sebin Joy, soft skill trainer and research scholar at Christ University, Bangalore. In spite of their busy schedules, they readily agreed to join us and they have enlightened us with their excellent sessions. Once again, thank you all. Now I take this opportunity to thank our management and our beloved principal, Dr. Praveen Sal CJ, for the support they have rendered in conducting this FDP. There is a lot of hard work behind the success of any FDP. A key factor is proper guidance, which was very effectively carried out by our HOD, Dr. Srilekha. Thank you, dear Dr. Srilekha, for being the backbone for conducting this FDP. Thank you, Ms. Reshma and Ms. Divya, coordinators of the FDP, for correctly identifying the speakers and getting their consent to deliver a talk. I also thank Ms. Reshma for hosting the event on all days of the FDP. Last but not the least, the success of any FDP depends on the participants. We had a very vibrant team of participants whose active participation made this FDP a grand success. On behalf of the Department of Basic Science and Humanities, and my own behalf, dear participants, I thank each and every one of you. Now, it won't be fair if I don't thank all those who have helped for the smooth conduct of this FDP. Thanks to one and all who have directly or indirectly helped us for conducting this FDP. Once again, thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you, Mini ma'am. Okay, actually the 5 days of session has come to an end. Actually, we have come to the closure of the 5-day international online FDP on education soft skills organized by the Basic Science and Humanities Department, SCMS School of Engineering and Technology. It's really a great honor to be here at this moment, being as the host. And also, I take this opportunity to thank all the participants for their active participation for this FDP in a very vibrant mode. We never thought that all the participants would be very active. So actually, we are really honored to have very active participants for this FDP. So once again, a thank you to all the participants who have joined here and the whole team who had made this FDP a grand success. And there is an announcement to the participants. The feedback link of all the 5 days plus a final feedback link has been posted in the chat box. All participants kindly do fill the feedback form, and also by 1 o'clock we will be posting all the day 5 links and plus in the Telegram group, and the feedback link will be open from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. today. So dear participants, we know that we never shared the feedback link in the Telegram group. Today we will be sharing with the Telegram, that is all the day 5, all day 1 to day 5 feedback links in the Telegram group. It will be open from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and it will close at 2 p.m. So all participants, please do fill in the feedback form within that time. And also regarding your certificates, the certificates of the FTP will be given to your registered email, and please don't quit the Telegram group before you get the certificates. Once you get the certificate, you can quit from the Telegram group. So thank you all participants once again from my bottom of my heart on behalf of the Department of Basic Science and Humanities and SCMS School of Engineering and Technology. I take this opportunity to thank you all for making this 5-day international online FTP education soft skills a grand success. Thank you all once again. Participants, if you have any queries, you can just ask, or you can just directly post in the chat box. So actually, we have come to the closure of the 5-day FTP. The feedback links has been posted. Please do fill in the feedback form. Thank you all.